Good morning, everybody. How are we on this fine Tuesday? As we prepare to hit July 4th weekend, yay! And actually, for me, it's a weekend because I'm taking Monday off. Because why come into work for one day? It never made sense to me. You know, people, you have these jobs, and it's like, well, the holiday's on Saturday. Why do I have to come in on Friday? Or the holiday's on Friday. Why do I have to come in? You know, Thursday. Anyway, you know what I mean. Anyway, here we are. Disneyland tip. Another Disneyland tip is they just introduced this breakfast, what do they call it, high tea. And it's kind of a takeoff on Beauty and the Beast. You know, the teacups and all that. And you know, I love Beauty and the Beast. Even the new one was fantastic. But you go to this high tea and it wasn't at all what I expected. So unless you're 100 years old or you're with your grandmother or you have this burning desire to sit and drink tea, avoid it. You go there, and actually kind of what we thought it was it would be the teas of Disney, for lack of a better word, where they would talk about the different teas in the movies, and it'd be a great break because it is hot in Laguna, right? Not Laguna, I'm sorry, I got Laguna Beach on my mind. In Disney, it's, you know, 80, 90, and it doesn't sound hot, but keep in mind, Disney is all pavement. I mean, they have shade, don't get me wrong, but you've got sun pounding down on the pavement all day long, and it's packed. So people, you know, although they figured out their crowd level, so it's not as crazy as it used to be, it still gets crazy. So it's hotter than it seems. So we thought, hey, it'll be a good break. It'll be Saturday. We'll go have a cup of tea. I love tea. I was raised by an English grandma. My Nana loved tea. She's taught me how to put cream and sugar in it, and I've been drinking tea ever since. But you get there, and it's not one thing has to do with the teas from Disney. Now, the guy that waits on you is fabulous. And he can handle anything. My daughter looked at him and said, what would be the tea that tastes the most like a Bud Light? And the guy had an answer. We were stunned. He went through this whole thing, this beer, because Bud Light's bitter beer, and this whole explanation. But there's 3 different levels you can get. The children's stuff, which we went with because it was chocolate chip scones. And then 2 other levels, and you know, it's 35, 60, and 80. I mean, it's really expensive. And it's not that it's not quality, it wasn't that the food was good, but you basically just sit there drinking tea for an hour or an hour and a half. And the place was a ghost town, except there was a bachelorette shower taking place, or a wedding shower taking place in one of the private dinings, which takes me to my next tip. We're watching them come in, and this should have been a tip to us. We watched, I assume the mother of the bride, because she was older, come in with bags filled with Earl of sandwiches. Now, Earl of Sandwiches is located in downtown Disney, pretty close to Disneyland Hotel. I mean, as soon as you come through security, and I think as I mentioned before, the whole perimeter to Disney now has security. You used to be able to walk all the way up to the parks, and then you got security, but now it's all the way around. And for what I understand, they're going to even push the line back further, and they're going to have a transportation center that everybody has to come to. Because it doesn't make sense to me, because although the security is around the perimeter, you still can get into the hotels. So, but I'm sure Disney's worked that out. But Earl of Sandwich is a really good, inexpensive place to go to get a sandwich. Now, keep in mind, inexpensive in Disney is relative. But you know, you stand in line, you get your food, you sit down. The food, it's good quantities. It's very children friendly. You get in the shade. You get a chance for your kids to kind of dial it back and relax. So check out Earl's Sandwich if you want a sandwich. Another great place to eat if you're in the park is the restaurant right next to Splash Mountain. I think it's called Chippendale, but they might have changed the name recently. It's right next to the new Star Wars being built, so you do kind of have walls off, but they just reopened Tom Sawyer's Island, and they have a rowboat ride, a canoe ride. We did the canoe ride once, and it was a canoe ride from hell. So if you're going to do the canoe ride, think long and hard about it, because you actually row a canoe, and you row it around this island. And rowing a canoe is not the easiest thing to do, especially when it's hot. So think through the rowing a canoe. And that just reopened. When we were there 2 weeks ago, it had opened. But anyway, when you're at the Chippendale restaurant, the food's good. You know, it's your typical hamburger, hot dog, hamburger fare. But you have ducks below, so it keeps the kids entertained. If you have some kids and you just kind of want to, you know, channel your inner Zen as parents and kind of dial your kids back, They can sit and look at the ducks, and it just kind of seems to be a very zen place to go. If you're in California Adventure and you're looking for a great place to go, right next to Soaring Over California is, I think, the Rocket Restaurant. I mean, you can't miss it because it's right next to Soaring Over California, and it's not Soaring Over California anymore, it's Soaring Over the World. It is a have to go see. It is fabulous, the Soaring ride. Get your fast pass. It doesn't sell out like it used to, so you don't have to run to get a fast pass to Soaring. Run and get your fast pass to Guardians of the Galaxy or Cars. You don't really need to do it to Soaring anymore because you can pretty much get one throughout the day. I mean, you might have a 2 or 3 hour wait, but it's still worth it. But you have to see it. But the Rocket Place, again, is enclosed, air conditioning. They have a decent menu. I mean, they have chili cheese fries. Don't know why people eat that. Chili hamburgers. I mean, it's a more robust menu. And it's right next to also Grand Californian Hotel, which has a great deli and some really nice restaurants in there as well. I think that's all I have for today. I'm waiting for my 9:15 appointment, which seriously, who makes an appointment at 9:15? Really, 9:30, 9:15? Don't know. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else about Disneyland to talk about. If you have any questions, my gosh, let me know. You know, like I said, I go to Disney all the time. It's not that I'm a Disney freak. It's just, I love the romance of Disney. My family is Disney freaks. My husband and daughter and my sister are freaks for it. I love the romance. I love the family time. I love, the breakfast with Goofy and all that crazy kind of stuff. Oh, also, parades. They have a lot of parades. Way more than I think they should. They have a lot of parades. Their big one that they just brought back is the Electric Light Parade. You can watch a parade, and now, I mean, they even have reserved seating. You can buy in VIP seating for the parade. They also have VIP seating up at the Rocket Place. What used to be in Tomorrowland. If you don't know Disney really well, you don't know what I mean. But it's a viewing deck now, and you can pay, I think, $45, and you get a little crackers, cheese, and a dessert. Pictures with Minnie and Mickey, and you get to watch the fireworks. If you're into fireworks, Disney's fireworks are fantastic, but the best time to ride rides is during the fireworks because everybody in the whole park is focused on the fireworks. They're focused on the parade. Like I said, Electric Light, it's new, it's back. Everybody is focused on that. Find out ahead of time. We failed to do this, to find out ahead of time what they're closing. Because due to the parade and the fact that they have shut down lights because it's electric lights, they shut down their restrooms, they shut down half the park, I swear to gosh. So we got trapped. We got trapped over in where the Himalayan is, Matterhorn was, and we had to kind of work our way around and kind of had to actually cut through the parade. Much to Disney's chagrin, they did not appreciate us cutting through their parade, and they, in their way, let us know to get to a land that was open. But find out what's open. It's a great time to ride rides. There's just no lines. Everybody's watching the parade. So that's it for my Disney tips today. I'll probably still sprinkle these sporadically through as I think of Disney stuff. If you have questions, please ask me. Otherwise, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.